Today we're going to be upgrading this Jeep Wrangler JK with our double DIN head unit. Begin the installation by removing the knee bolster panel below the steering column. Lowering the steering wheel to its lowest position makes this easier. Pull on the top edge of the knee bolster panel and work your way down both sides, releasing the clips as you work your way down. Then remove this panel from the vehicle. This gives you access to the two 7mm bolts that need to be removed from here, one on each side of the steering wheel. Then remove the tray liner from the top of the dash. Next, remove the 7mm bolt. Now we can remove the window control panel or the storage bin by grabbing the switch or the bin and carefully using our nylon pry tool at the bottom to release it from the dash. The window switch harness has a latch tab on the lock. Slide the red lock tab out in order to be able to release the black clip on the connector. Press on the black latch tab and remove the switch module from the vehicle. Now remove the 7mm bolt at the bottom of this opening. Now by reaching inside the hole, carefully roll the upper dash panel toward yourself to remove it from the vehicle. Now we can remove the four 7mm bolts securing the head unit into the dash. There are two located on the driver's side and two located on the passenger side. Then remove the head unit by pulling it out. Be sure to disconnect and remove any harnesses and antenna connectors from the back of the radio. Simply press on the latch tab to remove them. The latching tabs on the antenna connectors can be easier accessed by rotating the radio upside down. To remove the climate control panel from the bottom of the dash, we'll want to turn the Jeep on, but not start it. This will allow us to shift from park into neutral to get extra clearance for the dash panel. Pull this panel toward the rear of the vehicle to disengage the clips on both sides. Then release and disconnect each connector on the back of the panel. A dash-mountable USB cable is included with the head unit for connectivity. This can be mounted in place of the OEM cigarette lighter port or 12-volt power port. Insert a pick tool into the metal sleeve. Pressing on the back of the power outlet connector while pushing on these latch tabs will allow you to remove the metal sleeve from the plastic sleeve. Remove the metal inner sleeve from the dash panel. Then take the male end of the included USB cable and pass it through the front of the dash panel. Pull the rest of the cable slack through until the dash-mountable USB end reaches the panel. The cable fits into this location, but for the best results, use some adhesive on the rear of the panel to secure the USB port into the dash. This can be done by wrapping some electrical tape around the USB port before inserting it, or using some high-temp adhesive on the rear of the panel. The dash kit includes two mounting brackets, labeled LH for left hand and RH for right hand. Align the bracket labeled RH with the right-hand side of the head unit. Align the front of the bracket with the front of the radio. Then install two of the supplied Phillips mounting screws to secure the bracket to the head unit. Then repeat this process on the left-hand side. Before connecting the vehicle harness into the radio replacement module, use a small screwdriver or tool to set the radio select switch to position 4. Then, if the Jeep that you're working on has a factory amplified sound system, plug this 8-pin connector into the connector labeled amplified. If it's not amplified, like this Jeep we're working on today, plug the 8-pin connector into the harness labeled non-amplified. Plug the connectors of the vehicle harness into the radio replacement module. Be sure to connect the 4-pin steering wheel control harness. Remove the adhesive backing off the 3M tape. Attach it to the bottom of the GPS antenna. Then remove the other backing from the bottom of the tape. Now attach the antenna to this plastic panel just behind the gauge cluster. Pass the end of the GPS antenna cable through the dash to the radio opening. Bundle up the excess cable, secure it with a zip tie, then set it inside the dash by the air vents. Connect the AM/FM antenna adapter to the white FACRA connector. Pass the dash-mounted USB cable up through the dash behind the metal bracing through the back of the radio opening. Now we can reinstall the climate control panel. The 12-volt power plug will not be used, so we can tuck it into the dash. Reinstall the black, blue, and gray connectors into the back of the control panel. Align the clips and snap the panel into the dash. Plug in the vehicle harness. If you're adding an aftermarket amplifier or any cameras, connect those wires at this time. Tuck the module and harness into the dash opening. Connect the GPS antenna USB connector into the USB harness on the back of the head unit. Then using a Phillips screwdriver, secure this connection. Connect the dash-mounted USB connector into the USB port on the radio. Plug the main harness into the back of the head unit. Plug in the AM/FM antenna adapter. At this time, also connect any audio output RCA cables or any camera inputs that you'd like to utilize. Tuck all the wiring inside the dash. Then, using 4 of the original 7mm screws, secure the double DIN head unit into the dash. Now we can turn the Jeep on and check the functions. Verify that audio plays through all speakers. Verify that the steering wheel controls operate the volume and track. And if any camera inputs are used, verify that they're working properly. Once you've completed your functionality test, you can now reassemble the vehicle in the reverse order of how it was taken apart. That completes the installation of our double DIN head unit and our Jeep Wrangler JK. We hope you enjoyed this video. Please like the video and leave us a comment. Let us know what other videos you'd like to see.